There's something out there though, because it's like, at the end of the day, all of these like vices to our, our conversations are covering up, you know, darker spots within ourselves, and those dark spots are going to continue to exist in the young people of our world. And so what are they going to turn to if they're not able to turn to family, adults, friends who are willing to have those conversations with them and help them work through things that they otherwise are not equipped to do so on their own? So, I mean, I do agree, like the internet has helped, but I feel like as parents, and I think about this all the time, like what if it's not going to be alcohol? What is it that, my child might potentially turn to because he's having such a hard time finding a friend group at school, or because, she's having a hard time with her body image that, is coming
Mhm.
from outside of the house that I don't have any control over. So I don't know. It scares the hell out of
Yeah,
me, but
it does to me too. And when it comes to the body image and all of that kind of stuff, like my number one thing with my kids, my son included, is it's all about, in our house, emotional regulation.
mm,
They have all kinds of tools for emotional regulating their emotions. And then also, self-esteem. Like, what is self-esteem and how do you gain self-esteem? And teaching them that self-esteem comes from esteemable acts, not from the car that you drive and
mm,
the thing that you do. So from a young age, when we go to the grandparents' house, it's about, hey, did you ask grandma how you can help her? And then I'll ask them later on, how did you feel after you helped her? And you could sit down and play cards with her. How did that feel? Great, like it felt great. Or sometimes they'll say, well, it sucked. I'm like, okay, well, even if it sucked, I just want you to know you did something for her today that was really valuable, and money, you can't buy that with money. And you
yep,
should be really proud of yourself. So, things like that. So they go into the world knowing what self esteem looks like versus what I was, given, the self esteem I thought was going to come from having a certain body, having a certain car. I mean, that's what I'm undoing now. So maybe they'll have enough tools, maybe, that they don't turn to something, that maybe they'll turn to a friend and talk about it, or understand what emotional disturbance is and choose to move through that emotion rather than cover it up with a substance. So who knows? We can just do the best we can.